Hey guys, this is John slash Wi-Fi Toaster, and today I am making the inaugural video for this new Overwatch channel, and the purpose of this channel is to hopefully get it set up to make 6 perspective um, Overwatch gameplays. So hopefully we'll be able to get 6 people to all record together, and we'll be able to cut it together, and that way you can see all 6 perspectives in the game, which I think would be really fun. And we'll have a lot of contributors to this channel, maybe upwards to 7 or 8. So the 7 of us will be just posting videos whenever we have an idea or have time to make a video. And so that's sort of the plan. For me, what I'm mainly interested in is doing 6-person VOD reviews or gameplay reviews. I guess this isn't technically a VOD, but gameplay reviews where I can see each perspective, and that way I can see what's going on in every person's screen, and then that way I can figure out what's going wrong and all that good stuff. So I mean, that's the plan going into the future. This is my first gameplay review, so obviously I'm not gonna see everything that's going on. Obviously I'm not going to necessarily analyze it correctly, but if you guys are watching and you feel that something I did was wrong and I didn't say it, or if something I did say was wrong, feel free to tell me. I'm open to criticism. It's all about getting to be better. So that's the purpose of this. So for this video, I'm just going to review a gameplay of us attacking King's Row. Now, this is just my perspective. We haven't gotten it quite set up where we have all 6 perspectives at once. It's hard to coordinate 6 people at the same time, so hopefully I can get that rolling sooner rather than later. But for now, it's just my perspective, and hopefully maybe the next video will have 6 different perspectives, and I think that would be really fun. But anyway, I'm just going to get started with this review, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Now, I've already tried this once. I recorded for an hour, and then realized I wasn't actually recording. So I'm going to actually check to make sure I'm recording, which I'm not. Fuck. God damn it, I did that twice. Okay. All right. So now I'm recording. But luckily, like, the first 10 seconds are just this still screen anyway, so I won't have to record it again. So I fucked up twice. I fucked up before when I recorded this for an hour, and then realized I wasn't recording, and then I fucked up where I recorded for 5 minutes. But whatever, it's fine. But anyway, I'm just gonna get straight into this gameplay review. Let me know if there's anything that you think I missed, or anything that you think I said that was wrong, and I'd be more than glad to correct it. This is all a learning experience for me and for hopefully everyone. The people who are playing this, by the way, we're not like professionals or even that good, so there's probably going to be a lot of mistakes to cover. So this is our team comp. Reaper Soldier, Ana Lucio, Zarya, Reinhardt. We're playing at Plat 2500. I don't think we need to worry about like super meta team comps or everything or anything. Basically running standard 2-2-2 I think is fine. Obviously we'll have to switch things up if it's not working, but for now I think this should work. There shouldn't be any issues. All right, now we're getting into it. So let me make sure I've got my pen all ready to go in case there's something. Oh, okay. So here, you might have blinked and missed our first mistake. So I'm actually gonna go back 10 seconds. Oh my God, 10 seconds is a long time. All right, so I'm gonna go back like 5 seconds. Okay. So our first mistake is gonna come up right in a second. You can't actually hear me, but this first mistake is actually mine, and I called to go up these stairs on the right. So go up like that, over to the right. Our team, we're in a 6 stack in this video, and I think most of our videos will be in a 6 stack. Um, but our 6 stack, we haven't really practiced like specific maps and stuff like that. So I make up this call out to go to the stairs on the right, and I don't think my team really understands what I mean by that, and so that kind of causes us to hesitate, and I think we lose the first fight because of that. But there's another mistake that's actually coming up in just a second. Right here. Okay. So our Zarya, an attempt to get some charge, puts their bubble on our Reinhardt. The issue with this is when you bubble your Reinhardt like this, usually you don't get a lot of charge from it unless they're running like Junkrat Bastion type of stuff where they're just throwing in a lot of like AoE or how do I want to say this? Like just like random trash damage at you, just like a lot of trash damage. So this usually doesn't get you a lot of charge. It puts your shield on cooldown, which means we won't have it for 6 seconds if someone is in danger. And really doesn't build you up that much charge, so I think this is kind of an issue, a mistake. I'm not going to talk too much about ability usage, at least for my other teammates in this video, because I can't see all the perspectives yet. Soon, hopefully, we'll be able to get 6 perspectives together, but for now I can only see mine, so it's really hard to talk about ability usage at this point. The only reason I'm talking about this one now is because it directly leads to our Reinhardt going down in just a second, as you'll see. That's the only reason I'm really mentioning that. See, right there. So you see we're coming in. We're a little hesitant because I called to go up the stairs in the back, but I don't think our team really knows where to go. So we try to go up in the stairs on the right over here. Oh, I got my new pen, so I'm all like happy to use it. But anyway, so we try to go up those stairs. I also know this soldier. He's kind of out of position. I think if our Anna had hit like a dart on him, not her, on him, we probably would have been able to kill this guy. If I also didn't miss the direct helix rocket coming up here in just a second, we would have also been able to kill him. But anyway, let's go back to the sort of Zarya mistake. So we see we're coming around here. Our Reinhardt gets pinned right here. Now that's really bad because he's going to lose a lot of HP here. And if our Zarya had her bubble up, Reinhardt would have been safe. So, you know, that's kind of a mistake to not have the bubble for this sort of situation. For the most part, you kind of want to save your bubbles for when people are in danger. I mean, sometimes you can use them to gain free charge if you're really sure no one's going to be in danger. But for the most part, you really want to save your the bubble that you cast for when people get into bad situations, or like to use when someone's ulting or something like that. There are definitely situations where you can use it when someone's not in danger, but I think it gives you the most value to save it for when they are. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, so Reinhardt takes a lot of damage here. He also, alright, so our Anna nades him here, and then their Anna is about to, or not nades him, sleeps him, and their Anna is about to nade him, so he's a goner. He also tries to counterpin. Unfortunately, he misses. Would have been actually pretty good if he counterpinned, because we could have at least traded that for this Rhine. Probably killed him. But now our Rhine is going to just go down. And so the next mistake is coming up, and it's mine. So this Rhine, our Rhine goes down. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm soldier, got to get to that high ground. So I kind of decide to end up just going to this high ground, despite the fact that we're down a Rhine. So I think this is a huge mistake by me because it actually costs us probably like a whole minute. And I kind of lead my team to their death. I think what would have been better as a play to start off, actually have my whole team go around this statue here onto the point, and for me to go up these stairs by myself, I think would have been better. You know, I'm sure there's some like, you know, gray area there, but I think that would have been a better plan looking back on this now. But anyway, I make this kind of dumb decision to go up these stairs here. And so one thing I notice about myself is I often, if I see a Pharah, I'm just like, I'm gonna shoot it, right? Because whenever you're in solo queue, by the way, like almost constantly, they're like, shoot the Pharah, take out the Pharah. Why can't you take out the Pharah? But in reality, I guess for those of you who play Soldier or McCree, usually taking out a Pharah, especially if she's getting healed by like a Zen or something, it's pretty hard. Like, it's actually pretty difficult to do, especially on your own. So, I don't know if I don't think it's always correct to shoot the Pharah because she's sometimes too well protected and in too good of angles. And here's, I think, is an example where I probably shouldn't have started to shoot at the Pharah and kind of just waited for our Reinhardt to get back. But I decided to shoot at her. This kind of provokes a response from their team, as you'll see in just a second. The D.Va comes up here. Now my team is coming here to back me up, which is good. You want to stick with your team, but I think I made a huge mistake in just coming up here in the first place, and you'll see that 2 people die from this Pharah because I came up here by myself, and it sort of just led the whole team to their downfall. And then my next mistake is coming up here soon. Some spaghetti on that Pharah, but like I said, it was really hard to hit her in this kind of tight and closed space anyway, so. But yeah, our Zarya backs off. The whole team basically is waiting now over here. But I'm like, I can't get out, I'm going to die if I get out. I should say I'm going to die if I try to get out. But really, I think you'll see in just a second that dying would have actually been the easiest way to get back to my team. And unfortunately, I don't take that path. Instead, I decided to go up here, pick up this health pack, and I tried to go around to get high ground on the enemy team, but I get spotted out. And so I die very, very staggered from the rest of my team. So this is a big mistake on me, and that's unfortunate. So rip me. Now here, our Reinhardt, very wisely tells everyone to back off, wait for the soldier, let's just go in when we're 6. Very smart play, and it ends up working out very well for us. So that was really good call by him. Alright, so shooting the Pharah. It's actually probably not that big of a deal there because, again, I don't think I was going to be able to take her out. But, so here we go. Alright, so now we're deciding to just go ahead, speed boost onto the point. We have sound barrier. Let's go and just take the fight to them. And as you'll see, it actually works out pretty well. And I think this is a really good engage. So there, sound barrier goes off. I actually hit a nice Helix rocket. It gives me enough damage to get my ultimate, and so I just decided to pop it because I'm already in the back line where the healers are. I get 1 healer, and then our Reaper takes out their Reinhardt. I take out the enemy soldier, and actually our Reinhardt takes out their Zen. So really good push. Worked out really well. And if you, I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that D.Va bomb went off. And actually, I couldn't see it from my perspective, but our Ryan actually tackled the D.Va bomb away from our team, shielded it, so pretty god Ryan play there too. But unfortunately, because I don't have his perspective yet, I wasn't able to see that and show it to you guys. But now the Pharah is right in my line of sight here. Pretty easy to take her out. And all that's left is the D.Va, so we're obviously going to win this. No issue here. I missed the Helix rocket. I went a little too close to the feet. I thought she was going to be a little closer. But it's all good. It's all good. So, pretty good push, I think. I obviously there are things to improve there, but it's hard for me to see because I thought the push went pretty well. But anyway, we're just gonna move into this next fight here. Oh yeah, that's right. This random soldier just tries to shoot at me and then doesn't work. He could have actually been caught out of position there if we'd been able to take him down a little bit faster. Now here's actually a big mistake coming up. And I think it's actually pretty crucial. And if we had thought about this a little bit more, we probably could have handled the situation much better. Also, our Ana threw an unfortunately bad grenade there, but that shit happens. So here, I'm just saying, okay. So they're Ana ults. The Ana ults their Ryan. But this Ryan is like in the middle of nowhere. He's nowhere near anyone on our team, like at all. Ryan's about to wake up from sleep, and just nowhere close to the team. Like, he can't do any damage from where he is. So what I think we should do is we should use speed boost and just back up the entire team. Just back up, go that direction. Reinhardt wastes, or I'm sorry, Anna wastes their ult on Reinhardt, and nothing gets done. But unfortunately, our Rein decides to instead pin in onto their Reinhardt, and our Zarya bubbles him, which I think is the right thing to do, but there's really not much chance for him because he's going deeper into the enemy team when their Reinhardt's already being nano boosted, so that's very, very bad. And we try to save him, bail him out, but there's nothing we can do. And then because he's gone and he charged in, the Pharah has an opportunity to kill everyone with her barrage there. Just kind of an unfortunate lack of communication. We were trying to back up, but he had already kind of reacted and tried to pin in. So it's a little unfortunate. I think we probably could have survived if we had speed boosted out. I think it would have been pretty easy to get cover and stay away from the far run stuff if we had. But unfortunately, we don't. A bunch of our team members go down, so I decide it's best to just run back to spawn, regroup with everyone, and get ready for the next push, which I think is the correct move there. Alright, so coming up here, our next engage is, I think it's actually pretty good. Our Ryan gets a God Earthshatter. He gets like 3 God Earthshatters, actually, in the course of this match. So, really good on him for that. And actually, that was one of the big reasons I wanted to review this this gameplay specifically, because I thought we had a lot of really good pushes in this match, but we still lost. And spoilers, by the way, we lost. I'm probably only going to review things that we lose because I want to figure out why we lost, but we still lost despite having a lot of these good pushes and a lot of these good ultimates and stuff. So I kind of wanted to see where everything went wrong. So here, our Ryan gets God Earthshatter, which is amazing because it makes the fight easy here. And I managed to take out the Anna. Now here is my mistake. I go ahead and pop Attack Visor. I don't think that's necessary here, because our Reaper is about to ult too, and so I think that's a little bit of a miscommunication to use this many ults, especially because mine just gets countered by Zen ult anyway. And then we also use Graviton on that too, so we just way overcommitted. We didn't need that many, especially because we got everyone down with the Earthshatter. I think we could have probably just gotten away with using 2. I take out the Pharah there because, again, once the Pharah is sort of like in your appropriate range, it's really easy to take her down, especially if she's not getting pocketed or anything like that. And most of the time, though, Pharahs are smart enough to stay at like a really long range where you can't hit them as much, and so it's a little bit hard sometimes, but when they're in that range, it's really easy. And then we just clean up the Zen here, and the cart moves on. So that was a really good push. It started off with an amazing Earthshatter. The biggest thing is I think we way overcommitted on ultimate usage. We actually used basically everything we had except for Nano, so not great. My screen flashed there. Oops. Get to see my sick pen software. Okay, yeah, this next fight's actually pretty good too. Team starts to engage us. I try to shoot for that Anna. I actually get her pretty low. And then their Ryan here is going to Earthshatter, but our Anna actually got a sick anti-grenade on him, and we can take him out as he's Earthshattering, so it's not as bad as it could be. Here we pop Sound Barrier, mainly because their soldier has just ulted over here, and we used it to counter that, which I think is fine. I try to shoot the Pharah, even though I think it might have been better to hit another target. Our Ryan gets a sick pin onto the Devo, which prevents her from stalling out this cart, which could have been bad. And then Pharah goes down quickly afterwards. And actually, it's right, Ryan went into the pit of doom, but it's okay. It's more important that we got the checkpoint than anything else. So that engage went pretty well too. All right, so shooting the Ryan shield here, going into the next engagement. And then I see the Pharah. I try to shoot her, but there's no way I'm ever going to kill this Pharah. She's just way too well covered. Like, I don't think there's anything I could do to kill her, so maybe it would have been better there just to shoot the Reinhardt shield, make it break faster, you know. Yeah, anyway, so here, my mistake. I run into this room, right, to get a little bit of cover, and I see this Pharah coming around. Now, looking back on this, it's pretty plain as day that this Pharah is about to use her ultimate, and the way our team is spread out right here, with the heal, because everyone expects damage to be coming from this direction, like over here. Like, that looks like a penis. Okay. That doesn't make it look any better. Okay. Alright, no more penises. Alright. So everyone is expecting damage to come from that direction. So they're all hiding behind cover here, which makes sense. But now this Pharah has a free shooting gallery against the whole team over here. Ryan is up front here because he's expecting damage to come from over here. And there's no protection from this Pharah ult that's about to come. And if I had really been thinking fast enough, I could have called out this Pharah, and Reinhardt could have backed up to save her team. But unfortunately, I didn't call it out fast enough, so that's my mistake. So she starts ulting. We take her down pretty quickly, but not before they take two of our supports down. So that's no good. And unfortunately, we're going to lose the team fight off of that. But, oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot this team fight actually doesn't get completely lost because we actually trade out pretty evenly here. I'm a little bit uncertain as to whether I should back away at this point because, again, we're 3v3 right now because we just took out 3 of their team members and they just took out 3 of ours. So I'm a little uncertain if we should keep going here. Now, we don't have our supports, so that's really bad. But, yeah, I wasn't sure if it would be wise to continue this. And I'm still not 100% sure. But maybe we should have backed out with the rest of our team. I don't actually know. But anyway, we keep going against this Jigglypuff. I just realized their name. But yeah, they're D.Va and they're Rein. And I see the team's coming back, so I back up behind the Rein shield now. Now I think it's a real mistake to shoot this Pharah now. Like before I thought it was a mistake. Now it's super mistake because she has the Zen Orb. She has this great cover. Like I'm never going to be able to kill her. So I might as well just shoot this Rein shield here. And just try to get it to go down faster. Now, I sort of go a little ham with my ultimate here. I try to rush in because I think we were trying to go for a speed boost in, but I think it would a little bit overzealous, and then Anna kind of follows up even though the Zen ult has just gone off. But I think the Zen ult went off too fast to really react to, so this is kind of just a little bit unfortunate, but still managed to take out the Pharah there, which is nice actually. Have to back off a little bit here. Trying to put a little pressure on that soldier back there, but it's rough. It's really rough. So we're still managing to push this cart though, which is really good. No one on their team has started to contest it. I completely ignored, by the way, the Anna there because she was getting healed and I knew it would be pretty tough to kill her. But the Zen was kind of free range, so I just took her out and took the Zen out, and then it wasn't too bad. Our Lucio ults again to prevent this tac visor from getting us down, which I think is good. And then here is where everything starts going to shit. We're actually doing really well in this fight. But as you'll see, in the top right-hand corner, this Bastion comes in. This God Bastion right here. And he actually screws everything up. And I think them switching to Bastion there is actually the reason why we do so poorly at the end of this. Or rather, we don't get to the end. So, Bastion comes out. There, Reinhardt gets a God Earth Shatter. And also manages to hit our Zarya, who's over on the right there. And that gives Bastion an opportunity to kill Zarya too. And remember, Bastion just took out the Reaper as well. I'm out of range of the Bastion here, so I decide not to shoot at him. I'm trying to shoot this Anna. I don't even remember if I hit that rocket. I do, actually. This God rocket. But I take out the Anna, and I go for this Bastion. We managed to take out the Bastion. Reinhardt's still behind us, and I wasn't even paying attention, but the D.Va just came in. Like, when I was shooting, I was so worried about the Reinhardt behind the D.Va came in, and I think actually someone just came in on the left too. So probably should have been paying better attention to that, and I might have been able to save it. I think if I actually saw that soldier coming in on the left and been able to shoot him before he got on the point, we might have been able to take it a little bit further. But you know, the surprise bastion strats, they work sometimes, and you know, it was able to take us out. So oh well, we're just gonna have to regroup and repush. So I guess if I want to take something away from there, I think we could have called out the bastion being there a little bit faster, been a little bit more aware of it, and then also when we noticed it, I think we needed to speed boost away like immediately. So I think that just came to not communicating that the bastion was there fast enough, pretty much. Otherwise, we were actually doing really well in that fight. So unfortunately, that bastion took us by huge surprise. All right, so we're about to go into this next engagement. We're just kind of waiting for the group up here, waiting till we're completely 6, and we really want to speed boost into this team and use the speed boost properly to try to just rush them down. Unfortunately, right now, our Lucio is feeling not so confident about calling out the speed boost, so he wants the rest of the team to call out when to speed boost. And our Ryan calls out for a speed boost right about... Hold on, let me... Unfortunately, it's really hard to get accurate timing, but our Reinhardt calls for a speed boost right here. And the problem with this call out is that the team is like a mile away. They're like all the way over here. And I think you really want to use speed boost to try to engage into the team. You could have walked forward maybe to like the end before this bend starts, or maybe like here at the very least, and then went in for the speed boost. But we called for it so early here, it didn't really do that much. And I think that's actually the reason we did lose this push, because we didn't use the speed boost properly. Try to take out the Pharah there, and also, that's right, I forgot. So if you guys didn't notice, there's actually a Junkrat up top here. Manages to take out our Ana, which is really bad. But I think there were some random grenades and loud car. But there were some random grenades, you know, sometimes stuff like that happens. I think if we had been a little bit more careful and tried to pressure this Junkrat a little bit more, we could have prevented that from happening. But unfortunately, I was so distracted trying to take out the Pharah that I didn't really put much pressure on this Junkrat, and we have a Reaper, so he can't really do much about him either. And at this point, I think it's pretty smart to switch to a D.Va, which is, I think, what we're about to do. So we're about to make a swap to D.Va, but unfortunately, that kind of just kills the push. So, you know, at this point, we either have to go in and die, or get out and live. But I used my ult, which is a really big mistake, especially because we were already 2 down in that fight. So big mistake by me. I'm still so focused on killing this Pharah that I was even willing to pop attack visor. So that's a big mistake. I also forgot that we actually switched to D.Va way sooner, but unfortunately our D.Va couldn't pressure the Junkrat enough before Ana got killed to take him down. So, oops. Yeah, that's right. We did switch to a D.Va when the Bastion came out, because I think we were expecting it again. But anyway, big mistake here. I popped my attack visor. That's a huge mistake, because we could have had it for the next fight and probably won it. So again, my bad. But yeah, we just decided to group up and try to go in for the next engagement. Alright, so here on our next engagement, again, our Reinhardt calls for the speed boost when he gets around this corner here. I think we should have waited to speed boost a little bit longer. This shield could have lived for a little bit more down this way before we had to speed boost in. And the Pharah is right here. And as you see, I'm about to take out this Pharah. And then after we kill the Pharah, we could have speed boosted in. Also, speed boosting in this early prevents our Reaper from getting the speed boost, who could have used that to actually speed the Death Blossom he's about to cast right now onto the entire enemy team. Instead, the Death Blossom gets shut down pretty easily. So unfortunately, it's our mistake for not utilizing that speed boost properly. But anyway, take out the Pharah here with a pretty cheeky direct rocket. Then our Reaper actually gets booped by their Junkrat back up into the sky. So if we had that speed boost going into like here, I think that could have gone much differently as a fight. And also, I should be shooting at the Junkrat here. There's no reason I shouldn't be doing that, but I am just too focused on what's going on in front of me. Kind of got some tunnel vision here. But if I'd been paying attention to that Junkrat, I think this fight would have gone a lot different. Do manage to take out the Reinhardt, but unfortunately our Lucio's down. Our Reaper is down. So that is very unfortunate. I think our Lucio actually got booped. I think, because he died significantly after the Pharah died. But yeah, I think we just really miscalled that speed boost. If we had it going into here, I think we would have been in much better shape. I also didn't shoot this Junkrat, which I think I definitely should have done, and I think our D.Va should also be diving this Junkrat up here as well. But unfortunately, we just didn't do that in this engagement. Yeah, I think the biggest mistake there definitely is not properly utilizing that speed boost. Now here, because we didn't pressure the Junkrat again, he got in so much damage, he got his ultimate, so takes down our Ana. That's really bad. We tried to get in here. I know I can't kill the D.Va, so I try to kill the Ana, but it's just going to be too much. We only had a baby D.Va and myself against a nano-boosted D.Va. There's just no way we were going to win that, unfortunately. But I think, like I said, the speed boost there was the main problem, that we didn't use it late enough to actually make good use of it. And I think that was partially part of our inexperience. I kind of wanted to use it a little bit later, but we were like, a lot of our team was really panicked that we were down to 35 seconds or something. Like, they were like, oh, we're gonna have to just dive on the cart, you know, someone's just gonna have to dive on it. But 35 seconds, I think you know, is a really long time. It's actually more than enough time to get one good group up and then speed boost in on the cart, especially in the position that it was. It wasn't like all the way like an inch from the end. It was, you know, it was a good ways back. So, you know, I think if we'd been a little bit more patient, we could have made that engagement much better. Okay, so some things we can take from this attack are, one, better speed boost timing, right? Use it properly to both engage and disengage, because if we remember that correctly, that one Reinhardt play where our Reinhardt charged into their nano boost to Reinhardt, if we had used speed boost to get out then, instead of trying to engage with it, or to engage with the Reinhardt there, we probably could have lived and made them waste their ult, or maybe even 2 ults. And also we need to use our speed boost a little bit closer to the enemy team, I think, to try to actually get into the team. So that's one thing, obviously. Another thing is, for me particularly, sometimes I wasn't sure whether to go in, engage, and die, or get out of a lost fight, stuff like that. So that's something I really need to work on. Positioning. You know, I think I probably should have tried to take more high ground as Soldier. I didn't take very much high ground, and maybe some of our other teammates should have taken more high ground positions. King's Row is a tough map for high ground, but there are a few places that I could have gotten high ground, and I didn't get them because I was just so focused on the cart and being there trying to push it. When in reality, I could have tried to make it to high ground in some way or another. We probably, because they had a Pharah, we probably should have swapped to a D.Va sooner, because I think D.Va was good against 2 of their people on their team comp for like the entire game. Like, Pharah and Soldier are both kind of weak to D.Va, and when they eventually switched to Junkrat, he was also pretty weak to D.Va as well. So you probably should have switched to that a little bit faster. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, those are the main things I think we can take away, especially on offense. I think this video has actually been going for a long time, so I'm probably going to break this up into 2 parts, offense and defense. And I think our offense actually went okay. We had a few good pushes. I think we kind of got stalled out the end. Our last 2 pushes just didn't go very well, and I think that's why we only ended up getting 2 points and 64 meters on this map because of those last 2 pushes. But really, where I think we did very badly is on our defense. We just didn't engage in our defense properly, didn't have the best positioning, and as you guys will see, it really led to our downfall there on defense. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and cover defense. So hopefully you guys like this video. I know it's long, probably. I haven't seen how long this one is, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty long. Hopefully you guys kind of just like sat back, cracked open a soda, maybe like I don't know, checked your Facebook or something. I don't know. That's what I always do when I watch videos, but like especially these long ones. But hopefully either way you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions or comments or anything, feel free to put them in the comment section below. If you like this video, like it. If you like the channel, subscribe. I know we have 1 video, so obviously that is more than enough to judge an entire channel upon, enough to subscribe, right? So now that my obligatory shilling is out of the way, I am going to post a link, actually more shilling really, because I'm going to post a link to the original VOD for this video. What does that mean? That's dumb. I'm going to post a link to the original gameplay footage so that if you want to review this gameplay footage, if you're a channel, a YouTube channel or something that reviews gameplay footage, that you can use this footage 100% with my permission to make your own reviews. You can even make fun of my review if you want to, say that I don't know what I'm talking about, which I probably don't. But you can do whatever you want with it. I really don't care. In fact, one of the main goals of this channel that I really want is to actually give other YouTube channels 6 perspectives to do their own reviews on, because I think that is something that's really lacking in a lot of the gameplay reviews that I see, and it's something I sort of want to correct. So that's one of my main goals, is to give anybody who wants to review 6-person gameplay footage a chance to do so. So for now I only have 1 perspective, but if you would like to review it, look over it, do whatever you want with it, I don't care. It's your oyster to do with as you will. And I'll just leave the video at that. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you guys on defense. Bye-bye.